All right, guys, mobility as promised. So one quick thing we need to understand is ankles and foot force and everything are really important. So when you walk, you're absorbing about 4 times your body weight per step you take. Jogging, 6 to 8, sprinting, jumping, landing, all those kind of things, 10 to 12. So the way your foot functions and the way your ankle functions are really important. So you have 3 major nerves through your ankle that travel actually through your ankle. And the major nerve comes down and splits off without getting too technical. And so the outside wall of your ankle, that nerve goes right here in your hamstring and your glutes. Then you have one right down the middle, goes right into your knee and your quad. Then you have one on the inside, goes into your hip flexor. So we're gonna start there. We're gonna start with the ankle. So what I'm gonna do is just give you a basic, quick mobility routine to do that takes a couple minutes. You can do it before work, on your break at work, at lunch, or whatever. So you start off with your ankles and just open it up. So internally rotate it and open up on the outside about 4 to 5 to 6, just like that. Switch to the other foot. And then we're gonna go inside. So you're just a little wider step and just rotate to the inside. You'll feel a stretch on the inside wall of your ankle. The next one is a middle toe pull. So what you're gonna do is put your foot behind you like this. You wanna think about, you can do this with your shoes off. I'm just wearing really flexible shoes, so it's easier. But you might wanna do this with your shoes off if you don't have super flexible shoes. So what you're gonna do is put your foot behind you, act like your toenail is touching the ground. And there you go, right there down the middle. Again, 4, 5, 6 of these things, whatever you feel comfortable with. There you can go toe in, heel out, but in the same position. And we're trying to hit that outside wall of our ankle, and you'll feel the stretch right out there on the ankle. And then foot out, heel in. So all you're doing is putting your foot out away from you. Think about pulling your knee away from your big toe, and you're trying to stretch that inside wall of your ankle. Do the same thing on the other foot, and then we'll go ankle circles like this. Again, 4, 5, or 6 of these. And other side, and same thing on the other foot. Then we'll move up, go to the next major joint, which is our knees. And you're just drawing knee circles. Probably heard my ankle just pop right there. So you're going knee circles like this and going both directions. And then we'll go into hip pendulums, we call them. So put your leg up with the foot just kind of dangle there. You're going back and forth. You're gonna feel this in your hip joint. And if you want to get a little advanced with it, you can open it up here and then also put it back behind you here. Then we'll go into a 45-degree lunge step here. Keep the back leg straight, so it's like an iron rod from your hip joint all the way to your heel. And you're circling around like this, kind of like you're doing a hula hoop, and you'll feel a stretch here in the hip and in the adductor here. Go in both directions, do both sides. And then we'll go into lumbar circles, so lower back. So you're gonna start off here. Drop to the side and then drop this shoulder here and just kind of act like you're a zombie and roll it around, open it up and come behind you like you're going through the Matrix. Go through there about 2 to 3 times and then go the other way. Next one is the thoracic glide. So what you'll do is sit down, hopefully you can still see me. One leg out, one leg up. I'm gonna do this sideways so you see my spine. So the thoracic spine carries the most vertebrae in the spine, so it's a really important part to hit. So you want to think about being nice and tall, interlock your fingers onto your shin, sit up tall. And what we're going to do is breathe in deep. As we breathe out, you're going to try to round your upper back and think about pushing your sternum away from your knee while keeping your arms straight. Push back, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Again, 4, 5, whatever you're comfortable with, do both sides. And one thing that's important to understand is a lot of times with back pain, lower back pain especially, we're getting actual problems in our thoracic spine. So when you think about gravity and the force we're absorbing and producing and everything else, and with the thoracic spine having the most vertebrae of the spine, and when we start thinking about how the vertebrae are able to move and all that, well, once gravity and the skin start taking a hold of it and it starts getting tighter and tighter and tighter, it's really just about thinking that, you know, we have our spinal column and the nerves that are going through it. So by the time the nerves actually get all the way down here, it's a kink in the hose. So we're actually feeling the residual down here. But the problem area, a lot of times, is either the thoracic glide or the hamstring. It's not really the lower back that's the problem. It's just we get tight there because it's the action signal going to the brain telling us to wake up. So start with those, and we can continue on later on. All right, have a good day.